One stepped forward. All around was space, empty and void. Nothingness. One was aware of their consciousness and wondered at it. Here is something, thought one, that has not yet begun. I am here, and here is here, and yet there is none. From this infinite darkness, one considered the infinite possibilities that unfolded in endless repetition beyond the scope of understanding. From here there was no end or beginning, no option or fork or pathway which to choose. There was only everything and nothing, and all that lie between. It was still, so still, and echoed with the cacophony of silence. One longed to explore, to stretch and expand existence itself to the frayed edges of the very fabric of consciousness. Forward and backward are one and the same. I long to travel, yet movement is strange. So forward and backward, up and down, side to side, into the abyss one began to divide. As oneness became more and began to explore, the void became something other than before. Into the horizon, which somehow is now there, one reached out itself into the dense air. In a straight line through the void, which had nowhere for curves, one grew as a droplet spilled centered in strength, expanding in perfectly circular grace. Letting go of the self it had come to admire, one being more sought to reach lower, higher. I am what I am, but I can still be more. There is yet to be found a further shore, I am sure. So clinging to inspiration, born of a silence too deep, one copied itself and progressed with a leap. Unable to break fully from what it had become, still all too consumed by the selfness of one, it landed still lapsing its own circumference, bound, it would seem, by real circumstance. Yet before disappointment could plant vile seeds, the darkness was broken by what lie in between. Where two ones became two, became back into one, a new revelation of light had begun. Here lies a section where there is one made from two. Here in this nothingness I find something new. Yet I am not I, because I am all. And suddenly one felt exceedingly small. In moments the forms had begun to expand, to grow and to split, to form shape, sound, land. In less than a breath all of creation became, and began the long journey of doing the same, as one had accomplished destruction through expanse. The universe itself embarked on an epic romance of combining, imploding, dividing, exploding, expanding, and growing, and growing, and growing, and growing. And one became two, became four, became eight, became millions and billions, and still propagates. Infinite figures, infinite forms, infinite deaths, endless lives being born, all with one purpose: to somehow understand the shape of that void and the silence it had, to come back into one by becoming undone, through dividing into all and multiplying the sum. As one realized the expanse of the skies, the endless wonders and endless lies, and knew that if it was without oneself, one would be everything, anything, and nothing else. One gave up expectation of what one would find, and found the fear and unease had escaped one's mind. And as one was all, and all blended into one, the earth, the moon, the beings, the sun, the thinkers, the fighters, the lovers, the rest, the broken, the scattered, the lost, the best. In that singular moment when one began, inclusively all of everything happened, and is happening still, in a million ways, a billion stories, trillions of days, and each piece of one can open and expand, reach out one spirit and grasp one hand, and melt in the cacophony of silent sound, which stillness and oneness and nothingness surround, and find in the moment when one can finally see all there is and is not and ever will be, as it all is right now, no more or less than this, and in that understanding and acceptance, one finds one's bliss.